Hey there, pirates! Welcome aboard the Anime No Mi channel. Luffy is an extremely skilled pirate, possessing one of the most powerful devil fruits in the world of One Piece. However, there's a possibility he could become even stronger in other ways. We know Luffy is an experienced devil fruit user, wielding the sun god Nika's fruit, and he doesn't need weapons to fight. However, when Oda talked about the pirate who would emerge at the end of One Piece, a great pirate, he mentioned the use of swords. If this pirate is Luffy, he would need to master this fighting style. I hope for your support to help our crew win, and to do so, you just need to click the thumbs up button, leave a like, and subscribe to the channel. By doing this, you will win an incredible devil fruit, so just comment which fruit you want. Guys, Monkey D. Luffy is known for his unique and impressive combat skill, using mainly his powerful elastic fists thanks to his Gomu Gomu no Mi Devil Fruit. Throughout Luffy's journey in search of the One Piece, fans have consistently observed his choice not to use weapons in combat. This decision is connected to his personality, values, and the development of his Devil Fruit ability. Firstly, Luffy is a character who values freedom and authenticity. He represents the idea of following his own principles and living by his own rules. By abstaining from using weapons, Luffy highlights his preference for using his fists, where physical strength and individual skills are the main elements in play. His rejection of weapons reflects his quest for strength that comes from within, rather than relying on external tools. Garp, despite having objectives completely opposite to those of his grandson, served as a strong inspiration for Luffy. Luffy saw in Garp a remarkable approach of not relying on weapons, trusting in his imposing presence and personal skills. This legacy is passed down to Luffy, who sees the use of weapons as an unnecessary distraction on his journey to become the Pirate King. Luffy's own Devil Fruit, which he still believes to be the Gomu Gomu no Mi, plays a crucial role in his choice not to use weapons. By granting him elastic powers and the ability to stretch his limbs over extraordinary distances, the fruit offers Luffy a versatile range of combat techniques. However, in a revealing interview, Eiichiro Oda, the creator behind One Piece, shared intriguing details about the highly anticipated final saga in an SBS. He revealed that fans can expect the introduction of an iconic character who embodies classic pirate stereotypes. A fearless warrior with a sword, an eye patch, and other distinct characteristics that echo popular imagination. This new pirate, whose design is carefully crafted to evoke the romance and mythology surrounding pirates, may not be Luffy, as fans hope, but promises to be a formidable challenge for Monkey D. Luffy and his crew. The character, whose name remains shrouded in mystery, is set to become an icon in the final plot of One Piece. The revelation of this new adversary suggests that the final saga will test not only Luffy's physical strength, but also his ability to adapt to different combat styles. The classic pirate character is described as someone who masters the art of the sword in an extraordinary way, posing an imminent threat to Luffy, whose fighting style focuses on his elastic fists and whose main weakness is being cut by blades. This mysterious pirate, whose swordsmanship and mastery of haki may be comparable to legendary levels achieved by Gol D. Roger, emerges as a figure transcending the powers we currently see. And so, whether this pirate is Luffy or a new enemy, he would need to set aside his current fighting style. After all, to face this challenge, he may be forced to transcend the limits of his traditional fighting style, potentially adopting the use of swords and further enhancing his haki skills. The speculation that Luffy might learn to use swords in the final saga of One Piece directly brings us to Roronoa Zoro, the swordsman of the Straw Hat Pirates, as he would almost certainly play a crucial role in this process. Zoro is already known for his swordsmanship and code of honor, and could become a natural mentor for Luffy in this regard, practically becoming a master to Luffy to help him grasp the basics of swordsmanship. After all, there's mutual respect and camaraderie between them from their earliest encounters, and the idea of Zoro guiding Luffy in the art of swordplay would show that Luffy truly knows he would need to address his weakness before facing this emerging enemy. Especially if this pirate is not Luffy, but someone he already knows, Shanks, who already bears a scar on his eye and could again have an injury in that area in a new battle against Blackbeard. In this way, Shanks, who is already a great swordsman, could become the character Oda hinted at. Not only that, as we know Zoro is very powerful, but he wouldn't be the character to face Shanks. Surely, that would be Luffy. Additionally, the possibility of Luffy using a sword becomes even greater with the recent evolution and awakening of the Hito Hito no Mi's power, reaching the full might of the legendary deity known as Nika. This awakening has introduced new possibilities and potential abilities within One Piece, which could allow Monkey D. Luffy to wield an incredibly powerful sword that he could use during the final conflicts in the story. The legend of Nika, the great liberating warrior, depicts him holding a sword and a spear in his imposing silhouette. This iconic image suggests that Luffy, by attaining the fullness of Nika's power, could eventually acquire and wield the weapons that former bearers of this extraordinary power used in the past. Nika's awakening not only enhances Luffy's characteristic elasticity, but also potentially incorporates the skills and knowledge of the legendary warrior. Given the clear representation of Nika wielding a sword and spear, there's speculation that Luffy, by fully embracing this legacy, might at some point use these legendary weapons in his own battles. This possibility grows even stronger. The quest for Nika's legendary weapons, sword and spear, could become a part of Luffy and Zoro's training. In fact, it might even be that these are weapons only usable by Luffy in his Gear 5 form, involving him in a meaningful search that transcends the purely physical aspect of combat. Additionally, we might even find a connection between Zoro and Nika's weapons, as it seems that the Straw Hat's fate is something that has long been written. Thus, they could be tied to the history of the most powerful swords in the world of One Piece. Zoro, with his deep knowledge of sword fighting, could have been there from the beginning to play a crucial role in helping Luffy uncover the mysteries behind these legendary weapons, thereby becoming part of the legend of the Sun God. Luffy's learning from Zoro would reflect not only the individual growth of the pirate captain, but also the strength and cohesion of the crew as a whole. However, with One Piece being a story known for its twists and surprises, Luffy's path and the possibility of him learning to wield swords remain full of uncertainties for now. What I want to know is, how do you think this will unfold? Will Luffy need to use a sword? And if he is the person in the legend, what will happen to his eye? That was today's content. We hope you liked it and want to share your opinion on the subject. Don't forget to share the video, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care and stay amazing.